I'm going to show you something that I'm quite sure if you don't know it now, when you learn how to do it, you'll use it for the rest of your time using NinjaTrader platform. It's very powerful and it will definitely enhance your trading. But before we do, the necessary disclaimer, because you know that trading is full of risks and all information in this webinar is provided for the educational purposes only and is not an offer or a recommendation to trade futures, stocks, options, or Forex. So let's take a look at this. What I'm going to do is show you how to embed an indicator within another indicator. If you're new to NinjaTrader, or any platform for that matter, you're probably just accustomed to just loading each individual indicator, and that's as far as it goes. But let's say that, for example, we've got our volume showing here at the bottom of the screen, and we'd like to see whenever the volume exceeds, let's say, an average of past volume bars. Well, the way we do that is right-click, go to Indicators, and we want to decide what are we going to embed into what. Well, we're going to embed the volume indicator into a moving average. And exponential moving averages are popular, so let's go with an EMA. So I'm going to double click, and that puts it down into our configured window down here. And let's say that we'll leave the period set to the default 14, and that means that they'll take the last 14 bars of volume and create an average. So where it says input series, generally the input series would be price. And you can see it right here, the ES, the 3-minute ES. But we're going to click on this with our left mouse button, and we're going to go hunt for the volume that we want to embed in the EMA indicator. So there's our volume. Go ahead and click it. And you can hit OK. And there we go. You can see that we've got volume embedded in our EMA indicator. And I'm going to cross out the name EMA because I like to try to keep my charts a little less cluttered. And I'm going to put on price change rather than on bar close because I want it to update more often. And let's see, we're going to do it in the same as the input series. Well, the input series they're referring to is price, and the answer to that is no. We want to put it into the panel in which the volume is going to sit. So what I'll do is I'll go here and say I want to put it in panel 2, which is panel 2. Here's panel 1, which is the input series, and here's panel 2 down here where the volume is sitting. And let's say we want to make that line, we're going to do a horizontal line that adjusts as volume is produced. So I'm going to say, let's do something again which is a little brighter. Let's go with, say, blue. And maybe we'll do a dash line because we don't want it to be too bold and making too big of a statement. Now let's see. Now you see it says line. Now I'm going to hit apply and watch. I'll move this off to the side here and watch what we get. You see we get a moving average of the EMA 14 period, which is based on volume. Now that in itself could be fine. That might be as far as you want to go with it. But what I've found is helpful is to do a horizontal line instead of just a line and watch how the differences change. When I hit apply, watch how that blue line changes. Okay, now I'm going to close this up so you can see it. This is reading the volume for the last 14 bars. Now here's what's interesting. Let's go back to the New York Open. Here's the New York Open. There's 9:30. Bingo. You notice how this big volume bar at the New York Open has really brought that average line up, hasn't it? If I go back, actually because of the red news we had today, if I go back here at around 8:30, you can see, let me see for maybe a good example. Oh, I think here's a great example. You notice this recent low right here. So if I were to go ahead and let's go ahead and put a horizontal line right there. And when this red price bar broke below that recent low, notice the significant amount of volume that was supportive of this move down. So you can see that the volume was over our recent 14-period average right there. So it gives you an opportunity to see how volume might be behaving. Now you can obviously see that this is a bigger volume bar than what the recent ones were. And again, we have a break below a recent low right there. Let's go ahead and put another horizontal line there, right about there. So as price came through, well, we got some supportive volume pushing the price down, and we can see that this volume candle, this volume bar, was nearly twice the 14-period average, which is right there. So I just use this as an illustration of how you can embed one indicator in another. What would be some other ways that you could do that? Well, let's say that you had maybe you wanted to use RSI, relative strength index, along with the volume. You might want to embed volume into a RSI indicator and see if you can glean any insight as to price action based on that. But it's a matter of using your imagination, all sorts of combinations that can be had. And so put this to good use, give it a shot, and as always, reach out should you have any questions. Thanks for your time.